Hello, everyone. I'm Cassidy King. I got my no chef, no Mikey. I got B-Zim. My man's back. It's here a couple weeks ago. Returning champ.
That's right. That's right.
B-Zim.
Sports.
Welcome to the Sports Goombahs. The chef's on detail. He's preparing a nice dinner party for Jay Wright when he wins this thing tonight. You know, so the chef got to do that. Where that's, I don't know. And Mikey Wall, he's on special assignment with the WWE again. He loves the WWE.
Nice.
I'm Cassidy King, got B-Zim. This is Sports Goombahs. We're coming to you live from the 515 studios, buried where somewhere deep outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Big show tonight. We're going to go right on up to the NCAA final, Villanova versus North Carolina. You want to give us a call at 267-563-2893. That's 267-563-2893. It is the Sports Goombahs hotline. And remember, May 2nd, we're going to be live at Steam Pub. The crew and I will be there at 606 2nd Street Pike, Southampton, PA. Call them at 215-942-6468. Check them out at steampub.com. Make reservations for that. 7:30, May 2nd. Sports Goombahs broadcasting in front of a live audience. And the Sports Goombahs is brought to you by Castle Public Adjusters. Boy, we're going to need a PA after some of this weather that's going through here right now.
Unbelievable.
Hope we don't get knocked off the air.
Yeah, 20 degrees one day, 80 the next. That's nuts.
You have an insurance claim or the wind damage from the past couple of days of hurricane-ish weather, give Castle a call, 215-752-1237, or check them out at castlepa.com. Where do you work, B?
Where do I work? BZI Insurance. You can call me anytime for anything you need in health insurance, Medicare supplements, disability coverage, 800-431-4834.
Don't call Obama. Call OB.
I'll take care of you.
That's right. All right. Let's get right to it. I mean, it's a big night. I mean, you know what's funny?
Big night.
It's if I sit here in Philadelphia sports, last week we're bitching and moaning. There's nothing going on. Right. You know, the Flyers are starting to get it together and know what's going on. And a month ago, you listen to everybody around the sports talk radio or TV. It's like, oh, what a dead time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. And now, you look at today. We had the Phillies open up.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Went 7 innings of good baseball and then fell apart, which is what's going to be the season here. You had the Flyers in the past week doing real well. They came up weak against Pittsburgh, a game they should have at least brought something to the table, but they didn't. But Pittsburgh is the hottest team in hockey right now, and if you're watching Pittsburgh like I have been the past couple weeks, worry about this team right now. For some reason, they're on all cylinders. Without Malcolm and all, they're playing real well. You know, Sid the Kid, you hate him, but man, he's playing good. What are you going to do about that? They're scoring a lot of goals. I mean, last 4 or 5 games, 5 goals a game.
Yeah, they were tough.
Yeah,
they're tough.
So and the Flyers were still hanging around the playoff spot, so that's healthy. And Villanova, all of a sudden, that's a Philadelphia team now. This team they win the championship. They're already talking parades.
It's exciting tonight.
And they're talking about Philadelphia's going to could get a championship tonight.
Nova Nation.
Yeah,
Nova Nation, man.
Yeah, right. I watched 4 college basketball games all year.
This is it.
And 3 of them were last week.
We were out at the bar Saturday night watching North Carolina play Syracuse.
Neither of those teams look like they can even do anything against Villanova.
It was tough. It was tough.
Villanova is not going to come out and play that game that I saw, which quite frankly, in my lifetime, I don't think I've seen a better basketball game played like they did. Flawless. They shoot 71%, but forget the percentages too. It's the way they play defense, the way they're crisp passing, the way they filled in the gaps when one player got beat on the other. There's always somebody there on defense.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
And I give it all to Jay Wright, which I tell you what, Jay Wright, forget him getting offers for another big college. he should be getting offers for pro jobs.
Jay Wright, the reason why they're where they are today is because he prepares his teams to win. He studies, he works his guys, and that's the only way they're going to win tonight, because you can't underestimate North Carolina.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're there for a reason.
And they're well coached, and they're North Carolina. They make the appearance in this thing once every 10 years, or at least they're always in it. They're always at one point or another.
I just visualize
every decade
Nova just sinking 15 or more 3-pointers tonight and taking it home for us.
Yeah, well, we'll see. They've been hot. They haven't had a down game yet, so you worry about that. But the euphoria in the city is just like a pro team right now.
Yeah,
what's been going on here, and it's good. It's good for the town. It's good for conversation. It's good for us.
What did somebody say if Nova played the Sixers, who would win?
Yeah, let me tell you something. That'd be something. I wouldn't bet on that one.
Yeah,
I think that one to go.
That'd be tough.
Absolutely, but the game's at 9:30 tonight. It's not a late game, and that's what they like. To me, it's. I'm not into college ball at all, but the smart thing is these brackets. They put them out that gets everybody involved.
Oh, to get to this,
I learned what teams were what. Right. By the brackets, I had no idea Oklahoma. Well, I knew Oklahoma was in the top 10, and you heard Nova a month ago, they were rated number 1, and the usual suspects are up there, But the brackets get you involved. It's everybody involved.
It's not just the brackets. When you're watching the game, and you're holding your breath on every single play, every shot, every foul shot, right. Everything that goes on in that game. And tonight, everybody's watching. Millions of people. This is it. Yeah. This is the big game.
Yeah, there'll be parades in the street. You think people turning cars over?
I guarantee you there'll be parties, especially on campus. We should be at Villanova tonight.
Campus orgies and cars flipping over.
I want to be at the bar.
I listen to
biggest screen.
I listen to some sports talk. It's amazing how colleges, they hold grudges against each other on both sides. Temple, St. Joe's, they don't like it. I don't think they like it, but see what they do is it's not about the colleges right now. It's about the team. It's almost like, if you're a Phillies fan, they're going for a World Series, or you're not a Phillies fan and they're going to a World Series in the city, you're still for them. You're part of the action. It's the city. It's the area. It's more of like, I don't know, it's the tri-state area here, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jersey, Delaware, that's what Villanova is. It's not in the confines of the actual city limits.
It's Philly.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Philly all the way around.
Right. It's like saying, I live in South Jersey. I can't be a Philadelphia fan because I live in South Jersey because I'm outside the city.
It's funny that you say that, though, because if you take Jersey and you break it down, you go to North Jersey, most of those people are New York fans.
Yeah. So they separate. It separates at I think it's 295 north.
Somewhere around Edison or something.
Edison, right. Yeah. So, that's I've been hearing a lot of beefing back and forth as far as, I guess when you go to college and you're into a college like that, say local, and you go back and forth, so Big Five basketball back in the days, and Palestra, that kind of stuff. They still hold those grudges from certain eras of basketball back then. And I guess there is a jealous factor. I mean, your Temple and Villanova wins the title, and Villanova wins the title. That's it's part of the.
You know what? There's so many people that went to Villanova and they went to North Carolina. And this is huge, and this is history. Right. I mean, you remember when was it North Carolina State with Jim Valvano?
Jimmy V.
Jimmy V ran that team, and that was an insane story. And he ran onto the court, and he was supposed to hug one of the guys, and he couldn't find him, and he shows him running around. I mean, they talk about these things. They'll talk about this game tonight for years. Yeah. I want to see these guys just take it, and I know that they're going to have to play the best basketball they played all season. They're going to have to shoot the lights out, not miss, and like I said before, knocking down the 3-pointers tonight like they never did before.
Right. And it's funny. You go back. I see a lot of people talk, where were you when they won it in 85?
Yeah.
It's a question. Because I'm thinking to myself, I was on the Roosevelt Boulevard at Pennypack Circle trying to get my way to a place called, what's it called? Benny and Flynn's.
Benny and Flynn's? Oh, no.
Benny and Flynn's. That's where I was. I remember jamming in there. It was packed. I remember jamming in, just trying to get my, and back then, the TVs were, you had a 25-inch TV suspended from the ceiling.
Right. That was big.
Yeah. And if you weren't, you couldn't see it on the angle. Well, yeah, right. That was big. So you had to get in, in the middle. And bars didn't have 35 TVs. You had one at one end and one at the other, and that was it. You know?
Right. But what's interesting about this game is all the teams, the college teams that got knocked out early, And the surprise team that Syracuse actually made it in as far as they did.
Yeah.
And took on North Carolina.
I forgot to bring it up, but I had my brackets. Tonight's bracket, which I believe Villanova wins. I think I win because the way I got there was the coin flip.
Okay.
I spoke about this a couple weeks.
Sure.
My coin flip got me Syracuse, Indiana, Yale, and Villanova. Well, the legitimacy of it was we had Yale coming all the way through.
Right.
When they won that first game, we're like, oh, no way.
Would have been, the odds would have been unbelievable.
Well, a bunch of lawyers on.
But it would have been cool.
Yeah,
it would have been cool to see.
Anyway, the fact that we
school.
drew Syracuse all the way through gave us all the points on that side.
Really?
So I believe, I'm not sure. We have to see how it works out tonight. It might even come down to the tiebreaker because I had Syracuse on that side. Even though they didn't win, still the way I got there, no one else did, for the most part. Wow. But that Villanova on this end, on a coin flip. So we were just trying to prove that, these brackets, it doesn't really matter what you know.
You know what?
The quarter knew as much as anybody.
It doesn't. It really doesn't at the beginning, because if you notice the games during the beginning,
a lot of upsets.
There was a lot of upside down games too, where you knew the other team didn't have a chance to beat the team they were playing. But as it got closer toward the end, the better teams started to rise, and the teams that were more prepared.
Well, you look at like Michigan State get beat by the first. That was, that knocked me out of that bracket. So have a nice day on that one. But I believe that was the Syracuse bracket, though, which I had Syracuse in that. But that's what that. You look at who Syracuse beat. I don't know right off the hand, but I know there was a weak crew that they got to the top two, and it showed yesterday. I mean, on Sunday.
And some of these guys are.
Was it yesterday? No, it was on Saturday. It showed.
Right. Some of these guys are seniors. They're playing their last game, and you've got some of these guys that are freshmen that are playing one of their first games in a major game. It's huge.
You know what I like about the Villanova squad is afterwards that they showed so much like they were in all of themselves being there. Yeah. On the interviews, it was like they weren't radical, they weren't screaming and fist pumping. They were they were subdued, and it showed they're very focused, but they just couldn't. They're just enjoying. You never see athletes. I go to the pros, and maybe college basketball is like pros. You know what I mean? They just don't get paid.
It's a little bit more disciplined.
They don't get paid.
It's a little bit more disciplined.
A little more respect for their coaches too in college ball.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you see them sitting there, and they're just in awe of where they are right now. Because they're there. They're embracing the time that they're having, and they're respecting the time that they're having.
Absolutely.
It's not like they're going out drinking afterwards after they get to the Final Four because they got there. The focus is on, and a lot. They don't put down the other team. You don't see too much of that going on.
Yeah, I mean,
good. I mean,
this is it for them all the way across the board.
Right.
I mean, they can make it to the pros. They can change their whole life.
I don't. You see anybody on this team? I mean, it always happens with college teams. You look at this team. You see anybody looks like a pro player?
I
mean, they shoot the lights out. I mean, that's not good enough, though.
I like these. The Hart and the Ryan Arcidiaconos.
Yeah,
I like those guys.
Yeah, and that's that. And if you watch the NBA now, it's going back to the finesse. It's not all about the slam dunk guys anymore. It's about playmakers. The NBA's losing viewers. They lost me years ago.
Yeah, but you remember a 3-point shot was you didn't take them like you do today. Today it's part of the game.
Well, it's
line up and pop.
It changes the game too, and you're a momentum changer for sure.
Yep.
I mean, you hit 2-3 points in a row. That's six. I mean, that's six. That's 3 possessions in regular basketball. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It makes a big difference. But I stopped watching the game, especially the NBA game, because it lost its. There was nothing to watch. It was like run the ball down, jam it in, run back. There was the.
So this guy, did you know this guy Ryan's from this area?
Who's that?
It says this guy Ryan DiGiacomo is from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Is that right?
Maybe. I mean, his father was a big Villanova guy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I think it could be a Villanova football player. I believe.
This is the guy.
He's 100 miles
right here.
100 miles. He's 5 miles from the studio.
Yeah.
Let me get him in here. Give him a call. Get him on the phone. So you stop in real quick. Call him.
I think he's busy.
Can you call him before he goes out on the court?
The next 4 or 5 hours, he's probably going to be pretty busy.
Yeah,
hopefully,
we'll get him.
He'll be celebrating.
No, we should have got him earlier. Now if they win this, they forget about it. They're Hollywood.
You know what?
They
win.
They
this,
go see the president, don't they?
He didn't pick him.
Yeah, that's right.
Who did he pick anyway? Who did he pick?
Yeah,
Michigan or
Obama. He does pretty good in this stuff. He knows his basketball.
He does.
But who knows their basketball when it comes to the bracket stuff? You know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning, some old lady with a color fetish will win this thing because of the way they pick the game. Much like the coin flip.
Yeah.
I mean, I've proven it. We did it. We proved it right here in the whole thing that the coin flip got. I had four.
There's
of them.
a little luck involved too. You know,
Yeah,
you
coin flip is all luck.
You could have been out real far out. You got a little lucky.
But
that's for sure.
It's like a couple of them, the flip came down, and I was like, I don't want to pick that team, but we did it anyway because we didn't care. We had our.
You're right though.
Yeah, I had my
that's
scientific
the
way.
Horse race.
Right. Yeah.
The old lady can't even see.
Yeah. She heard the hoof.
Grabs the horse's nuts and says, "This is the one's going to win."
Yeah. So that should be good tonight. Should be next week. We'll go over that. Hopefully it's the kind of game. Well, it's not going to be the kind of game we saw the other night because you don't see that in lifetime. You know, think about basketball game. You ever see the last time I remember watching a 71% shooting game was Villanova in '85.
Wow.
Because I can't think any other time I watched. It was only done 5 other times. Yeah. So in a tournament,
it's hard to lose a game when you're playing that well, you know. But the other team did not play. I mean, they couldn't make a shot.
Right.
They did not play.
Well, the pressure was there too. You know, they kept taking those outside shots. They were taking awkward outside shots too in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you know, Villanova's got to play their hearts out tonight, and North Carolina might take it to the hoop. They might put Nova in foul trouble and get their big guy out. They get their big guy out, and you know, then what do you have?
Well, if you think about it, you got
that's key.
Listen, you got fouls to give them.
Yeah, fouls to give, but if you get your big guy knocked out, your center knocked out,
they don't have nobody behind them. That's it, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's tough.
It's a big problem. It's a big, huge problem. So, but that should be interesting. See what happens. See what goes on. The other thing today was baseball started quietly.
You want to talk baseball? Do you really want to talk baseball?
You know,
you want to check my blood pressure while we
talk
about the Phillies?
If the game was on right now, I'd call it for everybody if it was on. But, yeah,
shut the TV off.
Yeah, I don't have no ideas of when the game tonight. I mean, to me, if I had to play the game tonight, I'd take the over. If the over was 149. You know, I would be on that just to take the points.
I heard a few things. Some people, I heard the Mets game the other day. They had like a 3-hour introduction before the game started. I didn't see it, but I heard about that. They were announcing all kinds of things. But let's talk Phillies, man.
Well, you know, it's. I watched a couple preseason games today. I tuned in at 4:00 today of the away opener, and I saw some terrific pitching. Hellickson for six innings. He had eight strikeouts. The Phillies didn't hit. I mean, when Freddie Galvis was your power, you know there's the problem.
I thought Nola was going to be our starter. Then this guy came in, and I don't know where this guy came from, but he had him off. He pitched a good game today.
Yeah. Ryan Howard looked kind of pathetic. You know, I know they started him because it's respect to start him tonight, but he didn't run well. He made an error. His batting was, I don't know, man. It doesn't look like it's any better than it was, or there's any change to it. He's a clog. I mean,
you know what bothered me about Howard today?
Make a list.
Not his play. Believe it or not, was when the coach took him out in his 7th inning, pitch hit for him in his 7th inning against a right-hander.
Yeah. And played him against the left the rest of the game. Started the game against the lefty.
None of it makes any sense because you either believe in this guy or you don't believe in him.
No.
Like I said, why are you playing him? Why are you even playing him? Send him down to the minors.
They put him in for home opening season respect. That's what they did. Well, that's what they said.
Then you're a bad coach. And then you don't put the guys in opening day. You put your best players forward, and if they're not your best players, and you do not play them.
No, it's the thing that's going to kill them. Z is it's going to be the power. But they pitch around. What's the name?
Cassie, why are you playing Howard at all? If you believe in him,
$25 million contract.
Pulling a left-handed power hitter against a right-handed pitcher. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like I said, it was an organizational move to respect the veteran, get him in there for the opener, the season opener, and then we'll see what happens down the line. I mean, I agree with you. He should be in there.
But what did you do? You didn't respect him. You disrespected the guy. You told him.
Well, at the 7th inning, they finally gave up on the idea. They figured, well, you know what? It's 7th inning, and they had the game. A 2-1 lead in baseball isn't having the game. But when you're pitching like that, see, that's all baseball's all about these bullpens, man. I mean,
it's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
And I look at the game now. I look at the bullpen. I want to see what's going on there because the starters, I don't care. Guy goes 7 innings and then he's pulled out of the game. It's a new ball game.
Yeah,
you know.
But you know what? Bullpens, they win some games, they lose some games, but the entire team today did not play bad. You know, I think that they should never have pulled Howard. First of all, I don't think they should have started him, but they should never pulled him in the 7th inning against a right-handed pitcher. I thought that was a mistake for sure.
Who'd they put up for him?
The first baseman.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Bow wow.
Yeah.
With the bow wow.
And he struck out. And you know what? Because he's been sitting on the bench in cold, nasty Cincinnati for 2 hours, and you're throwing the guy in. You don't do that. Hernandez played good.
Yeah.
He looks like he was,
He's
contact today.
Yep. He's a player. He had 2 hits.
He had 2 hits.
2 hits, yep.
2 hits. Galvis hit the home run, but he's not a home run hitter.
Nah. See, I don't want him hitting home runs. I don't even want him trying to hit home runs.
Right.
That's bad. But he got a good pitch there. It was a meatball over the plate, so he took it out. So that was okay.
Right. But see this team. I definitely see this team being more entertaining.
Yeah.
This year.
They made listen, they're not going to win anything, but you got to start somewhere, and you got young players out there. Yeah, Howard sitting there. He's got to go. He's Ruiz played a great game. He made a lot of stops. He caught the pitchers. I don't know if he's got a bat left. Yes, he swings there, but his ball just doesn't look like it comes off the bat anymore. You know what? That's the problem.
They were making contact. Yeah. And they did strike out a lot
of contact.
Today.
Yeah.
Even Herrera, the guy fouled off like 30 balls today. And these guys are tough. I like the toughness of this team.
I don't want to see strikeouts anymore. No. We saw last 5 years, we've seen enough strikeouts for a decade.
Put the ball in play. Absolutely put the ball in. Franco didn't have a good game. I don't know. It seemed like some of these guys were a little off today.
They're not going to give him anything to hit. If I was going up against that team, why would I throw anything to that guy?
Yeah, but you can't tee off on every pitch. Then he's got to be more selective.
No, what I mean,
you're right.
Him, I'm not going to give him any.
And if Howard's not going to hit a home run, he's not going to touch the ball. Then
Franco should be will lead the league in walks this year. If you're
a
smart pitcher and a smart team playing against him, why throw to him? Why?
But you know what? If you make a small mistake with him, he's going to pop it out of the ball.
Right. So you're going to throw outside, low and outside, and try to make. You're going to get him frustrated to a point where he's going to start swinging because he wants to swing.
He wants to hit the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And a guy who doesn't hit the ball tends to now go on. They go on. What's the freaking word I'm looking for? Slumps. Yeah, they go on slumps. Right. Because you're going up to the plate knowing you're going to get shit to hit.
Right.
What it gets in your mind game. So it becomes. But if you got guys sitting behind you who are going to make sure it happens. Now, what's Ryan Howard? He's batting third, right in that lineup.
I think he's batting third.
He's batting fourth. Yeah, because Ruiz batting in fifth. So you got to figure. They're not pitching around. Franco to get to Howard. They're pitching around Franco to get to Howard. They know.
They're not concerned about Howard at all.
No,
at all.
So they know. So they can walk Franco, stick him in first base, and he's going to get stuck there because the next 2 batters aren't movers.
And here's the thing. I mean, they say that you can't go by the first game of the season. It's the first game. You can't judge anything. But I looked at this first game, and I saw Hellickson was a good pitcher.
Yep.
I saw a positive pitcher.
Yep.
I saw a team with an attitude, with a little bit of confidence.
There's some smoke there. Yeah. It's movement. It's not head down when they made the outs. It's a young. They're playing like a young team plays. And exactly.
I saw a decent outfield. I think that the team, could have some really good wins this year. I just don't like bad management. Bad management loses games.
Yes.
You have a team that went out there, a pitcher that went out there today. He threw 7.5, I guess, really good innings. Mm-hmm. And you've got a pitcher that comes in, I think it was Hernandez. What did he do? Walk 3 guys or, there's bases loaded, no outs. You've got things that are going on here. And then you're putting in, it was horrible.
Right.
It was really, really bad to see.
What was worse was you watch 7 good innings of it go bad.
Who do you blame for that?
I don't know. The rules of the game. I mean, your pitcher. Did they have to put? Well, yeah, he got into trouble there. He got a little trouble.
The umpire was giving strikes all day today.
Yep.
I don't know who you blame for that.
Well, you don't blame anybody. You ride the wave, which you and I are going to ride. Financially, we're going to ride this wave this year.
I mean, you lose 2-3 in a row, you can't get rid of your tickets at all.
Right.
The ballpark's going to be empty.
I paid the tax bill today, and then after the tax bill came the Phillies bill.
That's it. Same thing. It's like
I didn't know the Phillies bill was higher than the tax bill.
It's a baseball tax.
I got to talk. Can I write off these tickets?
You guys got to understand, we're avid baseball fans here, man. We're big time baseball fans.
Listen,
we don't want to see them lose.
Listen, I like the going to the game. I don't like how let's take for instance for today. Let's just say today was a 4:00 game here. Let's just say it was here. The chaos on 95, which I was on, and I'm always beefing 95. The chaos I had to go through to get to the bridge, the Whitman Bridge today, without a game being there. Right. Took me 2 hours because some kind of road crew was having fun filling potholes while they were smoking joints and drinking coffee.
And one guy's working, one guy's filling the pile.
Right, and 3 other guys are just laughing at you in the car, giving them the finger back. I'll give them the finger on that. Right. So, and that, to me, I like getting these tickets, but then I just know, okay, a 7 o'clock game, that means I'm hitting the road, and you hope that the team's bad so you can get to the game fast because the traffic is left, but that doesn't work in Philadelphia because the way the
construction is anyway.
It doesn't matter. You're dead. Good or bad, you're dead meat going down there.
Listen, I love the stadium and everything, but honestly, I go to there to see the team play and play all out, and that includes management too.
See that new food they got there, man?
Yeah, but
they got the pizza on top of they got a pizza pie.
Oh yeah,
cut on top of the hamburger.
Oh, good.
Wrapped around in bacon, and then you have the religious card for they put on top of your grave when you're done eating the thing.
Right. So you go to the Phillies game,
you die,
and you die. You have your first or second stroke at the game. It's all about that. Why not? Why not go?
I'm serious, man.
Something like that.
Last year they changed the food. This year they've gone all out on gourmet looking crap.
You know what? That's all good and great to camouflage a bad team. You know what I mean? If you're talking about the food and you're not talking about the game, I'm not talking about practice.
You're talking about the game.
I'm talking about the game.
Talking about the game. Yeah.
I want to talk about the players, and I want to say, hey, listen, the Phillies came back today, but they didn't.
Right.
And
you know what? When they were exactly there it is in a nutshell. There's the microcosm of this season will be when this team is down 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th, top of the 9th. You have no faith that they're going to make a run on this thing.
You got to have that faith.
But you don't. You don't have. As a fan, I don't think that's going to happen. Though. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to have. They don't have.
Year, they might. They might win some games. They might come back and win some games.
They don't have that. They have that guy to come off the bench and say, okay, it's first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning, okay, they're down 3 runs. And then they got that guy to come off the bench. You think it could clock one out of there?
Let me ask you a question. Let's say Pujols is on your team, okay, and he's having a rough game. Do you pull him in the bottom of the top of the 7th against a left-handed pitcher? Yes or no? You tell me what other string star player you pull first game of the season against. I
don't. You can't because this guy has a chance. Howard. As bad as he is, has a chance to clock one out. He has that.
The Phillies would have won the game today had he clocked a home run. Absolutely. I
believe that. Unless they solely think that this pitcher's not going to give him anything that's not out of the dirt. You know what I mean? But there's always that mistake you make.
He's coming into him.
Yeah. Right.
That was the mistake of the game. And I'm just saying, when you do stuff like that, it just takes one play,
I agree.
one call.
I have to agree with that.
You're going to lose a game.
No, absolutely. I have to agree with that.
You got to win those games, period.
Yeah, you look around the league, the teams that, the usual suspects played well, of course, again, like Toronto's playing now, who happen to be on tonight. Got the over the run line on those guys. I see Toronto and Kansas City again. I don't see anything else different on that end.
What about our division?
I mean,
it's an open division.
You know what? I think, don't count the Braves out because they're never bad for too long. Then they start to make their move. But I see Washington climbing up again and just falling apart as usual as they do because they're so mismanaged.
They should not fall apart.
Who's their coach? They got Dusty Baker? No. Who's their coach now?
I don't know who their coach is.
Somebody they put somebody in there.
They should
Look
not.
That up, man.
They should not fall apart this year.
Yeah. I don't, but in that division is so bad. But people say, "Oh my, the Phillies have a chance. The division's so bad." No, they're why the division is so bad. They're part of why they are. They're not part. They're not the team that can take the division. With the East, like the football,
Dusty Baker.
Dusty Baker, yeah.
Dusty Baker.
He is 81 years old.
That was Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, yeah. Dusty Baker won his last World Series in the '80s, I think, right? With San Francisco.
For San Francisco.
Yeah, late '80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong.
He's old.
But is he going to be able to coach that team? That's a young team.
When they got Bryce Harper with the attitude problem.
I heard Bryce Harper got booed today.
Yeah.
First at bat.
That you know what? At home.
Yeah, hit a home run.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
First pitch.
They're Washington's so sick of the bullshit that they've gone through. They see their star players implode one way or another, whether it's injury or attitude in Washington. That's what happened.
But
Bryce Harper, he's a hothead, man. I mean, he's
but look at our division, though.
I know the Mets. The Mets will probably be the team this year because they got the best pitching.
That's it.
That's it. They have the best pitching.
You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
That's it. That's Washington tries to have the best pitching, but they screw it up all the time. They just Scherzer's still on their team. They have what's Strasburg? Is he still there?
I think so.
Is he? Yep.
Yeah. Jason Worth still there, right?
He's worthless. He's pretty much
still going to hit 20, 30.
But he hasn't made a difference in that team. He hasn't.
I think he did when he first joined the team, but after that, no, I don't think he made a difference. But
Jason Worth, I'll miss him.
if you look at the Phillies team, you've got to have at least 3 to 5 players you can count on that are going to knock the ball out of the ballpark.
You don't have 3. You don't have 2. You have one. You have one. You have one. That's all you have.
That's not good.
That's not
Darren Ruff had a good preseason? No?
Yeah.
But these guys got to hit home runs.
When you come across the major league pitching, and there's a lot of good major league pitching now in baseball. Every team's got a couple pitchers now. For a while there were 4 and 5 in the whole league. Now they've all come up, and it's the era of pitchers right now.
Right.
A lot of them on every team.
Right.
From what I can see. So you don't have time to mess around with that stuff. You got to put something out on the field. You got to put some kind of power out on the field in this, because a pitcher sees what he's come up against. He looks at you look at the Phillies lineup, and you're like, okay, what do we got to work?
Our shortstop hit a home run today.
Yeah,
our shortstop.
And he doesn't hit home runs at all. Not usually shortstop hitting, but he doesn't hit home runs.
Not our third baseman, our left fielder, our center fielder, our right fielder.
He's not supposed
first
to
hit home runs. Our shortstop hit a home run today.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have my picks. Boy, we had a good week last week, and we made some money for somebody. I know that for sure. Anyway, Cash King, I've got BZ here. BZim, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Avoid the hassle. Just call Castle Public Adjusters. Get the edge on your insurance company. 215-752-1237. That's 215-752-1237. Or check them out at castlepa.com. Don't settle for less. Get the maximum for your claim. Castle Public Adjusters. 215-752-1237.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh.
BZI Group, Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free, instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
When you need a good roof over your head, call Seal Roofing. They've been keeping folks warm and dry for many years now and are proud of their work. Seal Roofing and Contracting does it all, whether you need simple repairs before the next big rainy season or a whole new roof. Maybe you need new siding or windows. You can be certain that when you hire Seal Roofing, you're hiring the best. Available 7 days a week with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
Sports Goombahs, Cassidy King back here at the 515 Studios along with BZim. Sitting in for Mikey the Wall, Brendan B. All right, let's get right to show off time. 9-0 last week. 9-0 for the King last week. Big comeback. I told you I'd come back. It's only a matter of time before I make the move back. We had that big week after the Super Bowl. And then afterward, we started sliding down a little bit, and we're making our way back up. Well, last week was kind of approaching legendary status. You wanted the truth? 9-0 last week. This is the pick section. This is where Cash the King makes you a few bucks. Pick section is brought to you tonight by Graph FX Screen Printing. Call my girl Jules. 267-789-5491. Graph FX Screen Printing, the #1 screen printer in the Delaware Valley, bar none. All right, let's get right to it. 9-0 last week, all in the NHL. Actually 11-0, 2 games I didn't post, so it's even better when it came to the pocket. Sitting on Florida tonight. I don't know what the score is of the game. I got the Florida over to 2.5, late in the 170 one night game. I posted that on the site. It's already up and running. Tomorrow I have Florida again over to 2.5. They're going to visit Montreal. Be very careful now because it's winding down to the season to the end here, and teams are, I don't know what they're doing right now. I know Pittsburgh's winning hockey games. I don't know for sure. I like the Florida late, over 2.5, -150 at Montreal tomorrow. Also Pittsburgh, same thing, over 2.5 at Ottawa. That might be a 3.5 later on, so I'd get on that now before it goes to 3.5. Be a plus number there, but still I like 2.5 to minus, probably 150, 160, maybe more. Pittsburgh's hot right now. They're just putting the puck in all over the place. Scary hot to a point to where they're playing hockey the way they're playing now. Forget Washington. Washington's not good. They're going to end up falling flat like they usually do. And it happens because Washington ends up going against another hot team in the NHL after they're done clinching their spot every year. Same old with there. Got a couple of baseball games like tomorrow. You're going to find me on a lot of Toronto games. I'll tell you that right now. Talk about Dow Jones. Toronto's going to be my Dow Jones baseball team. They're not home yet. I don't know what they're doing tonight. I like them tomorrow. Because they're a plus 115. I don't care if they're going into Tampa Bay. I don't know how you're giving Toronto points. I mean, I think they're the team to beat this year. I think this is the year they go to the World Series. They flirted with it for a couple of years. This is the year they go. I'm going to take the plus 115 tomorrow. Points on against Tampa Bay. I don't know who Tampa Bay is this year. I'm not sure about them yet. And like I said, when it comes to pitchers, you got 7 innings with me, and then I got to figure out what goes on after that. Toronto's going to be a high-scoring team. This one's going to be an over 4 for them, over 4.5. I like that too. If you see that, I'm really on the plus 115, but the 4.5 is something I'm going to take a look at after I see what happens tonight with them. The other game is the New York Mets at Kansas City. How is Kansas City a plus 105? I don't care how good the quarterback, the pitcher is. That's Snaggergaard or whatever the frick his name is. I can't pronounce his last name. You go into Kansas City, the World Series champs. All right, and their second game of the season, they're a plus 105. I gotta take them.
Absolutely.
I'll lay that money. What the hell? I care. It's a plus. I'm taking it. So that's easy money. So we got 3 games here. I mean, got two baseballs and 3 NHL games here. Do what you want with them. Once again, I like Pittsburgh over to 2.5. Could be a 3.5 by game time. Like Montreal tomorrow to, not Montreal, Florida to over 2.5 in that one as well. Montreal's a sieve. They're a total sieve. So, if you guys see a 2.5, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 3.5 on the road for Florida. It depends on I got to look at the standings, see who's playing what. Hockey's coming to an end, so some games don't mean anything. And tonight we're on Florida 2.5 again tonight. They're in Toronto, another sieve. Last week, 9-0, made you a lot of money. 2 baseball games. Once again, we got Toronto plus the 115 tomorrow, and Kansas City plus 105. You will see me on Kansas City and Toronto a lot this year. A lot.
Good.
Those are my 2 teams, and they will end up facing each other again this year for the position to go into the World Series. Once again, they're brought to you by Graph FX Screen Printing, 267-789-5491. Well, my girl Jules, tell her what you need, and she will take care of you. Best screen printer in the Delaware Valley, bar none.
Cash.
That's what I do. I make cash.
Yeah.
That's what I make them.
He's going to make you cash, that's for sure.
Flyers, NHL is winding down like I've been telling you here. Flyers, they every time you get on top of them, boom, they knock you right the frick down.
They run into Pittsburgh.
They struggled against Ottawa a little bit. Then they came into Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh showed you what they were for the past month.
Pittsburgh's tough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They got tough. They got tough in the last 2 months. They do what Chicago usually does. They played around, and then at the end, they put it on. Whereas Chicago this year, a team I'm always behind, kind of fell apart a little bit. Had a good game. Had a good last 2 games were pretty good. Chicago's Chicago. They'll be there at the end. They'll be somewhere there at the end. And I think Chicago will be playing Anaheim on that side. And I think right now, the way I see it, Pittsburgh will probably be playing Washington unless someone can sneak up from behind. I don't know who it is. I mean, people say the Rangers
right
possibly.
Now they look tough.
I don't see a hot goalie out there right now. The hot goalie I see right now, I mean, Mason's been really hot.
He has.
And what's the goalie? Jean-Claude Van Damme, whatever his name is from Pittsburgh.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, karate guys.
What's his name? Jean Perrine.
Yeah.
His freaking name. I'm the
name.
worst at names. I know every face.
Marco Andre.
Yeah, Marco Polo. Right.
Marco Polo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's been playing well over there too. So hockey's weighing down. This is what hockey is.
It boils down to goaltending too.
Yeah.
You remember the days when we won and we had goaltending?
Yeah, that's always But the days we won, you're going way back.
Way back.
Way back. But yeah, some
But
runs there. It's been It's been 10 years, 20 years since the Lindros Stanley Cup run, right?
You got to be good. You're going to stop the shootouts. You're going to
10 years, 20 years, right? Yeah, 20 years.
Long time.
That long time ago?
Long time.
Jeez, we're getting old. Zip.
Yep, it's a long time.
That's 20 years ago, right? That was just last week.
Way back.
Oh,
We're talking way back.
geez.
That's not good.
We look good though.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
For two dudes who are over 50, we age pretty well.
I turned 55 this week, man.
Oh, nice work.
55 and still alive.
You can go to one of them 55 and older communities.
I can go
now.
to a 55 and older community, find an 85-year-old woman and hook up, take her down.
85-year-old woman.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's an avenue. that's something
You have
to
to have a
think
big
about.
screen TV, otherwise I'm not going.
Yeah.
Gotta watch the game.
Yeah, give us a call, 267-563-2893, Sports Goombahs hotline if you're out there listening to us. Call Rant and Beef with us. Don't forget, once again, May 2nd, Steam Pub, home of the chef to the left. He's not here. He's out cooking for Jay Wright.
Is he stopping by tonight, dropping off some wings or nothing?
Nah.
Cooking them, but he's not cooking for us.
606 2nd Street Pike, 606 2nd Street Pike, Southampton, Pennsylvania. Steam Pub. We'll be there 7:30, May 2nd. Get there. Be there. We're going to have a little special guest there. My man Steve Austin. Not the Steve Austin, but the better Steve Austin from Scion, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's going to be there, talk a little fitness for us. He's going to give us some hints on what to eat, what not to eat, how to get yourself together in this age of fitness. It seems like everybody's got a personal trainer these days.
So you think you can get him to do a little few minutes on protection, self-defense, maybe?
He don't want to. He's got his crew. He's got his crew there. I don't know if he's going to stand up and do stand up. I think he's gonna. He's been on the show before. Yeah, he's
okay.
But I don't know. We'll see. What do you want to do? I don't care. You can do whatever you want to do.
Bring a couple friends you don't like.
Yeah.
Have them demonstrate a couple shots.
Break some heads, man.
Yeah.
Gonna break some heads
That's
over
what
there
I'm
at Steve
talking
Pop.
Yeah. That's the way it should be.
Steve will do it to you too. That's for sure. You're interested in getting lessons or personal training like that? Check Steve Austin at Scion. It's SION, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Bad dude.
Yeah. Check him out on Facebook or give him a call, 215-396-7466. Tell him the Goombahs sent you. Give you a couple free lessons or not. Place. Anyway, yeah. He's doing the
dude.
I'm doing physical. He's my trainer.
You are
2-3 times a week. He's taking care of me.
How's it working for you?
A little pain, a little hurt. A little hurt there, man. A little hurt. Look, my finger hurts a little right there.
You're not eating a hamburger or cheeseburger
on
the treadmill?
I screwed up yesterday. My daughter came home with one of those.
What?
Apple, whatever.
Pizza?
Applebee's. No, it was a burger, man.
No, you can't eat that stuff.
It was a fat burger, man.
You can eat a fat burger, but you got to be on the treadmill at the same time.
That's right.
Rule number 875.
After I was done choking that thing down in 2 seconds with French fries.
French fries.
Yeah, ketchup.
Oh yeah, are they vegetarian French fries?
No, I don't know. There's no such thing as a vegetarian French fry. Forget about that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Here's the deal. And I came down to the speed bag and I pumped away there for 10, 15 minutes. And I felt good about myself because I ate something and I worked it out.
But it doesn't work like that. Right?
Indigestion like crazy afterwards. I couldn't even sleep, man.
You can't eat, banana split and then get on the treadmill.
Sure you can. That's the way.
It doesn't work that way.
I know.
You got to eat it while you're working out.
I'm a foodie, man. I like to eat. I can't help myself half the time.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. You can't eat the same over 50. You got to drop the fries and the cheeseburgers.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Pizza.
I agree 100%. I don't.
You gotta take that stuff and you can't do it anymore.
No,
you can't. Pasta.
Yeah, I don't know what to eat. You know what it is? I don't know what to eat no more. How much tuna fish can
Celery.
I eat? How much tuna fish can one man eat? I got 25 cans over there. You know what I did? I called up. I had my food delivered to me. I called up. Hey, the guy comes deliver. He brings me cans of tuna fish and some soup.
You got to put on the lettuce lettuce wrap.
He goes, you got more canned goods in this order. What are you waiting for the end of the world here?
Yeah, you got to put on a lettuce wrap.
I got 8 cases. I got tuna. Here's my garage. I got 10 cases of tuna fish, 10 cases of water. I can't use the goddamn mayonnaise on this shit.
Back it up with fiber too.
Yeah,
it's what the doctor said to me. He goes, you got a couple choices, man. You can do it above ground or below ground. One way or another, you got to do it.
I go to the supermarket. I'm staring at Cedar Roll. I'm walking by, I'm staring at a seeded roll.
That's
Like,
bad, man.
you know.
You can't eat that stuff.
Thank God I got these braces on me. I'd be a pig by now.
If you can't put it in and you have it through a straw, you can't eat it.
Have it through a straw. Yeah, there you go.
You got to drop that weight, man.
I don't get food is so good.
Yeah.
I can't help it. What am I going to do?
The bad food for you is good food, you know.
Yeah.
But the good food, you know, it's not good. It's not good for you, man. You can't have that stuff anymore.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
So
let's talk about practice.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about a little practice here. Today, our guy, the last legend in sports outside, I guess, B. Dawkins. Actually, go back to B. Brian Dawkins. And what phone is that? The office phone.
That's the other phone.
Smoke phone.
That's a show show.
Go back to Brian Dawkins and Allen Iverson. I guess that's the only two players in the past
Let
that
me ask
was
you
like a
something.
Hall of Fame material.
Yeah, but didn't you enjoy? I mean, I went to the Sixers games just to see Iverson.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching him play in Philadelphia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bad, good, or indifferent, guy put out 100%
Yeah.
on
That's
the court.
his MO. I mean, you put the troubles back and forth. It's just a shame he couldn't get him a title. And he almost, he gave it a shot. He had a chance there. And did they build around him? Yeah, they tried to. They bring in players. They bring old veterans in and out to try to get him a winner here. But, it's
Nobody meshed with him.
He was more or less his icon will be, he changed the game. He changed the look of the game more than he changed the. We've had little guys in the NBA before. You had the Nate Archibald's back in the day, and the JoJo Whites way back, and the small guys. You had a few of them out there. Not a lot though. Not that played like him, who could get up like he could anyway. And I mean, maybe those comparisons weren't even close. And they're not actually. You think about it. But the way he dressed, the way he looked, the way he presented himself, his style, and his style, his style,
headbands, the way he talked.
It got out there. I mean, it got out to the hip hop world. It got out to the kids and the music and the look, the cornrows.
But he shouldn't be known for any of that stuff. He should be known for what he did on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're 5 foot nothing, 100 nothing, and you can score 50 points in a game. You know
who changed his career too? Larry Brown.
Yeah,
Larry Brown, when he came in, coached the Sixers, him and Iverson were a team. They didn't get along all the time.
Yeah. I think Pat Croce was more the buffer over him back then. Pat as a manager, which one of the greatest general managers in sports history in this town. Because when he came in here, the energy,
he made things happen.
You didn't have to. You had to follow the team because he made you with the energy that he had. Win or lose, it didn't matter. And when he saw things going bad, he made them right. He didn't just let it go. And his way of doing things got the hierarchy.
It pressed them to make moves.
Right. It made them make moves.
Right.
Plus, it got them jealous too.
Right.
Hierarchy.
But how cool is it? He's in the Hall of Fame right now. Allen Iverson.
He's going to go in. Why he's in there with Yao Ming, I'll never know. I saw the list. Yao Ming. What did he play for Houston for 2 years?
Yeah, but he's like 7 foot 11.
Well, understand this: the Basketball Hall of Fame is not just the NBA; it's everybody.
Right.
So I guess Yao Ming, with his time he did in China, he probably leading scorer in China for 10 years before he came to the NBA.
I can tell you though, Iverson lived life though. He spent more money than he made half the time.
Yeah, well,
he lived life. Yep.
What did he do? He ended up with Memphis, right? Memphis, the last team he went. Philly to Denver to Detroit to Memphis. 4 teams. It's a shame his career ended the way it did. It couldn't end in the spotlight like it should have.
But is there an Allen Iverson playing in the NBA today?
No.
Is there a guy like him, like a Magic Johnson?
No.
Are there any playmakers that are that?
Steph Curry is the only one close.
Steph Curry's an anomaly.
He's
unbelievable.
Well, if you look at him, I mean, Steph Curry has taken LeBron off the map. I
mean, LeBron is absolutely one of the best players ever, but
LeBron is tired.
Yeah.
Okay, he's been in 5 of the last 5 championships. He's tired. We don't want to see LeBron. We don't want to talk LeBron. Nice guy, probably good dude. He's a movie star now, but he's not. You know what I mean? It's enough of him. You can't be in 5 NBA titles in a row. You can't do it.
You're losing guys like Kobe Bryant. You're losing some of these elite players, and who's out there right now that's gonna run the court? Who's that's a key player.
Irving from Cleveland. I don't follow the NBA a lot like I used to. It doesn't draw me.
It used to.
I watch Golden State Warrior games. That's the only, and San Antonio Spurs who are now, and the Spurs are back up now. You better watch them. They're starting to, like they do all the time, they rejuvenate. All of a sudden, Popovich says, all right, we lost one season. We didn't win it. It's time to win another one. We're going to gather another one. You know, you still got Duncan hanging around a little bit.
Yeah, but if it's not your home team, you just don't.
Yeah,
have
well,
it.
in this
You
town,
know,
it's not going to happen very often.
you forget about the times when
Yeah.
these guys played. When the lights were on and everyone was screaming. Julius Erving was dunking a basketball from the foul line.
It's a long time ago, man.
I know.
You think Leclerc and Lindros was 20 years ago? You got to go back 30 for those guys.
Yeah,
you know,
Moses Malone. Yeah,
he's dead.
I agree. We got to bring back the dead because right
Yeah.
now the living is playing dead. Sort of.
I don't know. That's it.
What did they win 9 or 10 games so far this year? That's it.
They guarantee the worst record. They got themselves the record.
They
Guarantee the
guarantee
worst
the worst
record. They
record.
did good. They
So
done good.
What does that give us? Does that give us first pick?
Here's some ping pong balls.
Right. And you
Get
might
the
not get the
ping
first
pong
pick,
ball.
and you can have the worst team in
Yeah.
a major city.
Well, the worst they can have is
Which
the
is
third. The
ridiculous.
worst they can have is the third pick.
Okay.
They're guaranteed at least the third pick. And in this
He's gotta be
NBA draft, that's
7'2".
not that great in this NBA draft this time. You know, I don't know
That's
what they're
tough.
looking for.
That's really
You know,
tough.
I'm happy that Colangelo's running the show here because he's a winner. He brings winners. He doesn't always win titles, but he gets a team back up to his respectability to a
Right.
point. He's a
And
basketball
I
guy.
think they're doing that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. Well, we'll
It's
see
not
what
an easy
they.
thing to do.
We'll see when they get free agency. Who comes here as a free agent? Who's willing to come here? If anybody, come here as a free agent. That's the thing you have to do. I got to give it to Brett Brown for him to hang out for 4 years now. He's been on this team 4 years now.
I want to see. I want to see.
I'd have blown my head off by now.
I want to see basketball back in Philadelphia.
You-
Maybe
You're not going
we
to see.
can recruit half the Villanova team.
You're not going to
That'd
see.
be great.
Yeah, you're not going to see basketball back in anywhere because basketball has pretty much lost a lot of its luster. Nobody follows it anymore.
Yeah,
Nobody
it got a
converses
little
about
bit
it.
too commercialized. I think.
If you're not,
These guys are making a lot
if
of
you're
money.
not in Golden State and San Antonio, what are you doing?
You know what? Because what happened
There's
was
not another team that can compete with those guys.
everybody's got money. And so you can't be the guy that brings that superstar whose contracts up with another team to your team anymore. Everybody's got money. They're going to keep them. Look what LeBron did when he went over to Miami, right?
Yep.
Look what happened. Did they win a championship? That's what happened. And it drew everybody.
Right.
You got to bring a superstar to your team
In
in
this
order
sport.
to win.
In this type of sport, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you're dealing with 5 guys on the court. It's not a whole lot of action going on. There's got 5 guys on the court. So
Right.
it's not like baseball where it's the individual is one individual is on offense at a time.
You
Yeah.
bring Steph Curry to Philadelphia, what happens to the 76ers? They sell out. It's everybody's playing all out. It's a different
They
team.
won't. Steph Curry won't make the Sixers. Here's the thing. Here's the difference between him and LeBron. Curry wouldn't make the Sixers a contender right away.
No,
But LeBron would.
absolutely.
And here's your difference in players.
Absolutely.
Because for some reason,
He's going to make everybody around him better.
well, no, Curry does that.
Yeah.
LeBron does it, tries to do it himself. And that's why he falls short. Because when he doesn't have title teams with the players, he doesn't win.
Right.
Where Curry, he made those players last year. You didn't know who they were until he made them better. LeBron, well, Curry's what? He's a point guard. He's a guard, right? He does whatever he wants out there, actually.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We've got a small nucleus in Philadelphia that could grow,
Yeah, but they're crippled.
but the guys, the teams that win it, normally it's about the draft. It's about pulling players from
Yeah.
other teams that are good players.
Spot players.
When we
Yeah.
lost guys like Charles Barkley and he went over to Phoenix, and
Yeah.
Phoenix became a better team.
Yeah, well, they didn't win.
instantly.
They didn't win.
But he
obviously.
became
they
a
made it to the
better
title.
team.
Yeah, would they go up against Chicago? No.
But
Did
that's
they?
what
Yeah.
happens when you pull these top players. And I don't know if there's enough of those players out there.
It's
If
not.
Kobe Bryant retires from the Lakers and out of the blue,
He is.
he
He's
says,
done.
I'm playing for the Sixers. He just decides to
No.
play for the Sixers. Is that going to make him a better team?
No, he's not a better player. He's not good enough to do that anymore.
now.
Not even close.
his,
You know,
his career,
he's leaving because he can't play
right,
anymore.
His career's towards the end. I hear you. That's basketball.
That's the problem with free
Not the
agency in
same.
basketball. There's not a player out there. There's a couple of disgruntled players out there that might come over here because,
That's what you want.
yeah, I mean,
That guy that's good.
yeah. Here's the thing: in NBA, good veterans want to go to teams that win now.
Absolutely.
That's the problem with
Unless
NBA
you're
free
paying
agencies.
him a ton of money.
Right, and
100
that
million,
doesn't
I'll
happen
sit on the
with,
bench.
with the cap now. A young team can't play that because they're gonna have to pay their young players soon. So that's the difference in the NBA. I don't,
That changed it. It used to be that the teams with the big money, the New Yorks, the Bostons,
Right.
they could buy their team. Right now, everybody's got money. Everybody.
Lakers always filled in.
Everybody.
When they lost Chamberlain, they got Jabbar. They lost Jabbar and they filled in with other centers. I can't name them offhand right now, but they always had a decent center. Same thing with Boston used to do that.
You know,
too.
when you're talking about centers, when was the last time the 76ers had a really good center? a dominant center. You got Tim Duncan on your team. You got guys like that. What about Dallas, the Mavericks?
I can't even name players on that team anymore.
Nowitzki or something.
That's it.
Right,
but they had a lot of guys
dominant
around.
center.
Yeah.
He was a dominant
He's not
player.
actually a forward, though. He's more of a power forward. Centers in the NBA aren't what they used to be. The center isn't the guy. He's not the Jabbar or the Malone hanging in the middle waiting for the inbound pass.
But he's
to
the
go
guy
up.
that's going to pull down a rebound. He's the guy that's going to finish the play.
But then there's whole teams that are rebounding. You got both your forwards are rebounding. The game's changed with the center now. Back in the day, like way back, like 1983, when the Sixers needed a center to compete. They need a center to go up against Boston or Laker, right? Well, they had to do something. They had to do something to control Robert Parrish back in the late 70s, early 80s. They had to do something to control Kareem Jabbar. They had to go up against him, and they did the same thing. They had to control. Well, the Bulls teams, forget about that. He couldn't control them when you're dealing with one player. Like Jordan said, in my prime, would he beat LeBron James in his prime? He laughed.
Yeah.
He said, absolutely beat him. Wouldn't even be a game.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't even know who half these players are because most of them haven't established themselves to be great players. You have a big turnover right now.
My argument was always the same, and I used to get beat on. I used to have this beef about LeBron James because Mikey used to say to me, "Well, you got to go with errors." You know what I mean? And that was back then. This is now. But if you look at LeBron James and the other teams in the NBA, Steph Curry too, who they facing every night? If you look, let me finish. If you look at the NBA of the 70s and the 80s, every day you faced a team who had a superstar.
Absolutely.
You
had a game.
Irving went up against Dominic Wilkins. The entire Boston, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
You had Detroit, the Pistons. You had some good
mega teams. And then you went out west. You dealt with Seattle Supersonics. Had a team. It wasn't like you didn't like now. You look on your schedule and you say, if you don't see Golden State or San Antonio,
right, you're not going to see a great.
Seriously, who would you go? Who else? Out of them
you're not see a great unless they're coming into your city to play.
Well, even if that, what other team in basketball would you say, Zeke, that would you would have to? I got to go see them.
Nobody. Not
That's
today.
Two basketball teams. The Lakers, you don't even want to see them anymore. Boston used to be a rivalry. They can't play basketball anymore either.
If you're not within, you know what? It's all about the money right now. It's all about recruiting. It's all about.
I'm just forget the money. I'm talking more about the way the league is.
Let me ask you this: how many years did the Sixers get put behind when they drafted that guy that didn't play, that center, that big guy that didn't play? That put us down.
What the skinny dude, skinny white dude? What was his name?
I don't know.
He was 7'4".
So many errors.
He was 7'4" geek.
But the worst was the guy that had knee problems. He never played. I want to be that guy. I want to get like $50 million.
What was that guy? What was that guy's name? He ended up going out and playing Utah or something for his career. Bradley.
Yeah.
Sean Bradley.
Yeah, remember that?
Big Sean Bradley. We got the first pick before we had the next best thing in center. He couldn't even hold the ball in his hand.
And you know what?
He couldn't
that's
dunk.
Our mistake,
He was 7'4".
and that's why we are where we are today because we didn't draft the right players.
I'm telling you, where we are today still stands back to the Moses Malone deal in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's still, and we got Jeff Ruin, who couldn't play.
Yeah. Ruined
us for 5 years. We couldn't get all kinds of weird. Mike Jaminski was the next best thing we had. It came in during the Barkley years, the Barkley run. The 1991
But how many
run.
players did we miss? We missed a lot of players.
And
we picked the wrong ones. How does a guy pass medical inspection or whatever you call it and not play for 2 years? His knee's bad. If his knee was bad when we got him, his friggin' knee is still bad.
You're talking about Bynum, right?
Bynum.
Well, he's still collecting money
the
from
circus
somebody.
guys.
And believe it or not, somebody else took him after we let him go, too.
Right, because we probably paid his entire contract.
I think he was on Dancing with Stars last month.
And he won. He probably won. He couldn't play basketball, but you got him doing dancing on.
You're not kidding. Dancing on stars.
There you go,
dancing
man.
with stars. Dancing behind the stars. I don't know.
He's dancing with stars.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Before we go, we're gonna cut the show off because everybody wants and we want to watch the game too. And last week I wanted to get into politics a little bit with the boys. And even when you were here 2 weeks ago, I wanted to get into politics. I know how strong you are with the Republicans and stuff like that. To me, I'm treating the presidential race like a sporting event. You know, it's
Maybe
like
we
it's
should
like,
get
it's
him in
like,
the ring with
it's
gloves.
like it's like a 7-round, event for these guys, and it's coming down to the end here, where we had. In fact, it's been very calm for the past week. After we had we had Penis Gate, and then we had Wife Gate.
Right.
Now it's down. They got no more.
You know why it's
no more
calm?
anatomy to go after. They pretty much covered that.
On the Republican side, they're trying to get rid of Kasich. They want it to be a 2-man race, Trump and Cruz, and that's why it's quiet right now.
And Kasich is so delusional that he actually thinks he keeps saying because he won Ohio.
Right. He's so far behind.
Ohio, man.
He couldn't win the race if he started first right now. It's tough.
Man, maybe that's Ohio stuff, and he just Kasich shouldn't even be there. He was the guy on the end of the row, wasn't he?
You know what?
He was falling off the deck.
It's all about how you start and how you finish. And a lot of these guys started so intimidated by Trump.
Trump started to waver on stuff like the abortion thing. He really screwed that up. I don't know. He's for against.
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have sent the nuke. Did I send the nuke? You know what? Maybe I wasn't thinking that night.
Yeah.
You can't have a president that does that. I'm scared
to
death.
He's trying with the abortion thing. He's trying to get both ends now.
Right.
It's okay. Okay, so now he's got
to be punished.
It's the smart move.
Should be go to your room.
It's the smart move.
You had an abortion. Go to your room.
B, what he's done is the smart move because now he kind of think, he likes no. Okay. When you're in the booth, he likes no. I don't. Okay, he likes it.
Can't do that.
But he's got people confused.
Well, that's the only thing that's good about that is that he's going to scare everybody around the world. They're like, don't mess with Trump, man, because we don't. Man. Hey, listen. They don't even know what they're getting.
Right.
And then
You're right. That's exactly right.
We're not going to test the guy.
You know what Obama, we get Obama because he's been in politics. You know what all these guys have been in politics because they have a record of what they've done in politics. And the record speaks for them. Where you look at Trump, he's got no political record. He goes bankruptcy, does go back, buys golf clubs, he sells golf courses, he tears down buildings, he's got casinos.
He can't be bought.
He's had sports teams.
You can't buy the man.
You can't buy the dude anything. He's got everything.
Right.
You
can't buy him to pick what you want. He's going to get what he wants. You can't
even send him a hot hooker because his wife's nicer than any hot hooker.
Right. You can't do that either.
He got him covered. The dude has all bases
But let me ask you something, Cash. Internationally, you have an international event. You have a worldwide event. Who do you want as president? I mean, are they going to fear Clinton? Are they going to fear Sanders? Are they going to fear Cruz? Are they going to fear Trump? Are they going to respect any of the? Who are they going to respect?
You always fear your unknown.
That's why Trump is leading the pack because no one knows what they're getting.
Like
they're scared to death because of that.
But they're scared to death. But here's the other thing: people are intrigued to know what it would be like.
You know what?
What's it going to be like to have a non-president have somebody who's a maniac?
I believe he's a good manager. I believe he's going to put the right people in the right place.
I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he is what he is.
He's got no filter.
Yeah. No filter.
He says whatever he wants to
filter.
say because when you're a billionaire, I guess you can do whatever you want to do, right?
We were sitting in the bar and we said to each other the other night. I turned and looked at him. I go, Trump has no money. What is he? In the loony bin. I put him in the loony bin.
Right.
Get off the stage, man. Get him some
food
off the stage.
He's selling wigs.
Yeah. Right. His dollar bill.
He's the guy from Goodfellas. Right. The guy. What was the guy?
Maury's wigs.
Selling Maury's wigs. Trump's wigs.
Trump's wigs.
He's going to make him $1 billion till they whack him.
Yeah, you gotta look at it like that. You gotta say to yourself, I said, look, I mean, the guy.
It's going to get a little crazy, but I always believe that before we start to really vote, there's going to be a big world event, and that big world event is going to separate the boys and the men and the girls.
Yeah,
and
but the one thing, he won't be the one to have to react on it. It'll be Obama in the presidency now. So whatever happens,
they will all react on it, though. They all say, you know what? This is what I would do.
Yeah, that's okay to say what you would do.
Right.
I mean, look what Cruz said. What he would do.
Cruz.
The Muslim, he's going to
carpet bomb.
He's going to carpet bomb. He's going to carpet bomb local cities.
I go, oh my God, I got to look under my carpet.
All right, here's me.
No.
He goes, I heard there's a little pocket of Muslims in Kensington.
Right.
You know, he's going to send a couple of tanks down there in Kensington to pick off I and Tioga. You know,
you can't. You know what? You can't talk like that.
No,
no. You got to put a good system in place, and these guys really don't know what they're going to do till they get in.
You look at Ted Cruz. You look at Ted Cruz. He's worse than Trump.
It makes sense.
He would be worse than Trump.
It doesn't make sense that these guys made it this far. No. They shouldn't. If we had a decent, real good candidate in the Republican side, these guys wouldn't have made it that far. But it was Bush's to lose, and he lost.
Yeah, he didn't even lose. He showed a frick up.
Right. He feared. He was intimidated.
You want my vote? Stop talking religion. Stop talking abortion. I don't want men controlling women's bodies. It seems that all the people talking about abortion, majority of the politicians, they're men. They're always trying to make rules on a woman's body.
It's a religious thing, and it's a strong religious belief on the belief, the right to live. And it's one of those things that it's such a big, strong religious
right to
thing.
Live. Right to I don't know. I never understood
it has forced people to kill people, to bomb these abortion clinics.
I know.
So it isn't one of those things you can waver on, but on the same token, it's always going to exist.
Every presidential race, they come up with the same bullshit, and it doesn't win.
It wins votes. If you're pro-life, you're going to get a huge amount of votes, and whether you do believe it or you don't believe it, it's something big.
They're not changing the rules. And here's the thing. Here's the bottom line with abortion. Harry Howard started talking about this morning with some smart stuff too. I was listening to him when he gets serious. If you make abortion illegal,
right,
people are still going to do it.
It's not going to end.
It's going to get messy.
Back out.
People are going to get killed.
Absolutely.
It's going to be, because you can't, a person's body, if he doesn't want something and it's in their body or they got to get rid of it. You know what I mean? It's like the common cold. Got to get rid of it. I get out of me. It's
a huge argument.
You're
not going to get a right answer.
But you're going to try.
You're not going to get a right answer.
And the rich will get it done, and the poor won't. And that's what happened. Like it happened before Roe versus Wade. That's how it used to be and before that.
Right. So what do? Maybe you change. Maybe there's a happy medium where you're pro-life, but there's circumstances, and even though people are still going to get it done, it's better to get it done where people.
Here's how I feel. I'm going to tell you how I feel. Here's how I feel about it. If you want to get it done, and you feel you want it done, you get it done. If you don't, if you get pregnant and you don't believe it, you don't get the abortion.
But there are some people that probably need counseling and would sway one way or the other based upon true blue beliefs. And maybe that's part of what should get done. It shouldn't be you walk in and they say, you know what, we're going to take that baby. Maybe you walk in and you sit down with somebody that says, listen, that's your son or that's your daughter.
No, that's not. See, that means you're
unless, of course, you're raped.
No, you can't. But you can't do that. You can't decide what makes it legal and not legal. You got to. It's got to be one or the other.
Decide that. Only that person can decide.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
But you can.
If you're Joe Schmo,
right?
You're walking in and you say, and you get pregnant, and you want to have an abortion, go have it. If you don't believe in it, then you won't going to have it anyway because you don't believe it. So you're going to have the baby. Why should you tell somebody else what to do?
I'm not disagreeing with you, but before you take a life, this is something that you really need to talk about prior. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, there are circumstances.
What amazes me, B, Brian, you have the baby is being carried by the woman, and everybody cares about it, why it's in the womb, right? But once that baby comes out,
right,
and then the mother doesn't want it, then the kid goes wherever. Nobody cares about the kid. Foster homes.
Puts them up for, right.
Anyway,
right.
Could be anyway. Become a criminal on the street. Nobody cares.
We got to become better parents.
Once it's born,
right.
Once it's born, the government doesn't give a shit what happens to it.
We have a lot of issues.
But everybody who cares before it's born because it's a religious thing. But once the baby's out, we'll find something to do.
We don't have a great system in place for sure.
Well, because people are just so shallow.
We care, but we don't have a great system in place.
So Jane Doe has a baby, and getting way off the subject here. Jane Doe has a baby and she doesn't want it, and she has a full pregnancy, then gives it up for adoption. Nobody adopts that baby. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want the baby, but she had to do it for religious reasons. Now it's put in an orphanage.
Yeah.
And now it makes it through the system.
Right.
What good is going to happen to that baby?
Right.
And if we stop abortions and this type of thing, we have so much more of that.
Listen. It's not a subject that's going to get solved.
No, you and I don't even agree sitting here.
That's going to be open for discussion, but ultimately it shouldn't be the rule of the land.
Here's how I look at it.
It should be left up to that person.
If it's a real baby, as soon as inception, I want a social security number on that.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant. Okay, social security number. You're going to pay tax. If you're going to treat it like it's a living being, then it's a living being.
Yeah.
So now that you're pregnant, okay, as soon as you're pregnant, that baby fetus gets a tax ID, gets a social security number, like he or she does when they're born.
Well, it's an identity then, and they,
Well, if you're going to give them the same rights as a live person, and you got a person that's born,
right?
Then let's do it.
But you and I are not running for president, and we're having a decent conversation about this. But we're not saying something.
I'm trying to bring some comedy in here, but I can't.
Right, we're not saying something like, what, that person that has an abortion should be punished. Yeah. How ridiculous of a statement is that?
Yeah, because you know what? It's a kind of a statement where he could take it back.
Listen, before we get off the subject, I want to talk about healthcare. You got a sec?
Go ahead. That's why you're here, buddy.
I got a client of mine this week, calls me on the phone, and he has to have an ultrasound on his heart and an ultrasound on his carotid artery. He's in the doctor's office.
Carotid artery.
Yeah.
He drops dead there?
He's in the doctor's office with the ultrasound tech, his doctor, and they can do one test. They can't do the other test because the insurance company says he's got to go somewhere else. They're all there.
I know where this
The
is
guy
going.
could walk out in the parking lot and
God,
die.
no, that's not
He's
important.
got the machine. It cost him 20 cents
Yeah.
and 2 seconds of his time to run it on his neck. Right?
What was he?
Sorry,
Were you third tier?
I can't do it. He's a three-tier doctor.
He's a 3-tier doctor.
Obamacare at its best, man.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Brian, I'd like to thank you for stepping in today because I really don't like to do shows by myself, but I would have. But I thank you for stepping
Anytime.
in, and feel free to come to us anytime you want.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, you got it. Once again, don't forget Steam Restaurant on May 2nd, 606 2nd Street Pike, Southampton, PA. Steampub.com for any more information. 215-942-6468. Home of the chef to the left, Brendan B. I'm Cashy the King. Mikey will be back next week. The chef will be back this week. I'm sure B. Zim here will be stopping to say hello every now and then.
I will.
Goombahs.
You got it.
Let's play that tune we like so much. Push the button, Cashy. There it is. Yeah.
Nova.
Here we go. We're going to go watch the game right now. We're rocking the 515 studios buried here somewhere deep outside Philadelphia, PA. We'll see you next week.